Good morning. Thank you, all 8 people that did watch the video. We thank you, and I thank you. He's not awake yet. He's right there. We got paint to do today, or some staining. Still up here in Aniana, Alabama. Trying to make enough this week to, I don't know, at least get us to another state. I'm thinking Tennessee. Go north. So part of what, sorry about the radio, we were sitting here doing our little morning meditation thing, and praying and all that good stuff. Got to put some prayer on the day. So one of the things that, like one of the topics was experiences of an unseen world. And man, I've got days and days and days of experiences in an unseen world of odd, yeah, trying to spit it out. Y'all give me a minute. Odd encounters, unseen somethings, and I've had a lifetime of them. Everything from what I believe to be Sabe or Sasquatch, Bigfoot, to a demon scratching the underside of my pillow one time. So maybe I'll just go with those two and share those with y'all today. I mean, I can't expect anybody to share theirs with me if I ain't willing to share my experiences. So we'll go with the demon scratching the pillow. We'll go with two of those. Demon scratching the underside of the pillow. We'll start back. I'll throw this one out there. I married one time. Married one woman. Her name was. Put her name on here. So gotta think of her this morning. But I did marry her, and she had lived in a home she was the only child. She had lived in a home, was raised in a home where there was a lot of not just physical abuse, but psychological, emotional. I mean, it was bad, man. That when I married her and first walked into the house, her childhood home, where she was living with her mother, there was this presence, this dark, just oppressive presence in the house. Yes, that was where our first date was. But, back then, I was a lot younger, and I had Captain Save-A-Ho mentality. I was going to save her, I guess. I don't know. I don't know. I fell in love with her real quick, so I guess that's just something in a man that always loves the dark side or something. I don't know, but I did marry her. So not long after we was married, let me get on to the point and get on to the experience, because me and Bama's got to get on with our day and go try to make a little bit of money. Bama, you want to say hello? Good morning? Nah, he don't. He's sleeping. He almost got kicked in the head by a horse yesterday, this one over here. Chasing horses. Yeah. Knucklehead. Man. Love him. Anyway, so here's what it was. On our very first date, it was at her house. Wasn't nobody there but me and her. Her mother was at work at a big chain store, and this girl's spinning around in circles, man. She's trying to get her kids back from the state, and she's just spinning in circles, trying to get the house clean. And I'm like, just tell me what to do, where to do it, and let me help you, because I'm all about somebody getting their kids back from the state. Man, I grew up in the state, so foster home to foster home. You want to be, all kids want to be with their parents, man. And if you don't have parents, I understand. If you didn't have parents growing up, if you don't have parents, I understand exactly how you feel. You feel like you were dropped off or cracked out of an egg, or, you feel abandoned. I've dealt with that for a long time. And yes, I did say I had family, aunts, cousins, no immediate family. So I'll get to that another day. The way I was raised, I'll get to that one day. But today I just want to share some um, unseen encounters. I'm gonna give y'all 3 of them, unseen encounters. Actually, probably gonna be mixed up because when I think of my marriage, man, I think of everything that I witnessed there. So the very first day, she's spinning in circles, and I'm trying to just hang out with this chick and spend a little time with her and get to know her and everything. And she just spinning in circles, slinging stuff everywhere, cleaning up. She's just frantic. But I think now that I look back on it, I believe it was more something going on with the house, something that was oppressing her or weighing on her, feeding off of her, something. I don't know what was going on there. It's all that speculation and opinion anyway. But I'm trying real hard to stay away from that, and can't prove that through yesterday's video, man. I watched it over, and that was my second video I've ever done. Like I said, all this is new to me. I'm gonna learn it, how to use this mouth right here, and better deliver something to y'all. I'm hoping that y'all start delivering to the rest of the world, because that's why I'm on here sharing this experience. So, first date, I finally get her to slow down a little bit and say, "Hey, let's go drink a cup of coffee, man." She says, "You want to go to the back deck?" And I said, "Yeah, it's a 2-level house. Actually, 3-level house. It's got 3 levels. There's basement, middle floor where the kitchen, all that was, and then bedrooms upstairs. There was a deck in the middle that went out over the back of a drop-off woods. So we went out there and we was drinking a cup of coffee, and I'm sitting to where I can see the sliding glass doors that come out. She's sitting across from me. She ain't got her back to it. It's just we're caught just like this. About that time, I catch out of the corner of my eye, I catch a black shadow person across that glass. Now, I immediately said something to her about it. I said, "How long have they been here?" And her first response was her jaw dropped. She said, "What?" And I said, "How long have they been here?" I said, "We're alone in this house, right?" She said, "Yeah, we're alone. Did you see them?" And I said, "Yes, I seen them. They just passed by the glass window right there." She said, "Oh my God, I'm so sorry." She said, I said, "Well, I knew it coming into the house. I felt it. You got a dark presence here." Anyway, that was the first experience of just many in that house. But the most scared, uh, and I think that's part of it. I think the fear. I think that if we live in fear, man, I have met so many people. And look, I am human through and through. Top of my head, tip of my feet. I wipe my butt every time I take a dump, just like every other human. I put socks on 1 foot at a time. Bama, can we invent anything to put both socks up? Never mind, we'll do that. We'll do that later, Bama. Keep sleeping. So, anyway, after that, we was asleep one night. This is the most scared I had in this house, man. It was crazy. I had heard door slam, cabinet door slam, nobody there. I'd seen things out of the corner of my eyes moving across the room. Dogs start barking at a corner for no reason. Hide up under the bed, run from the corner. But this night here, I don't know what was special about it, but it was. I don't know what time it was when I first woke up, but I did roll over and look at the clock, and it was right at what they call the witching hour. They say the bells are the dentist around 3 a.m. But anyway, let me get to it. I woke up and I'm pinned to the bed. I cannot move, kind of like a sleep paralysis, which I've had more than once. But this, as soon as I woke up, there were these figures standing. We'd done got married. She was to the right of me. I was on the left hand side of the bed. I woke up and I could see her out of the corner of my eye, but like looking up all around the foot of the bed, there was these tall figures, and I wouldn't say they were dressed in robes, but because they were just black masses, and they were extremely tall. I mean, ceiling tall, and these things were chanting over us in a circle around the bed. And it didn't last just a few seconds, and I was able to scream the name above all names, and immediately poof, and I woke her up, told her what was going on, and she did. She believed me. She didn't. She didn't. She believed me. She knew. She knew what was going on in the house. So, to the story of the demon scratching the bottom side of the pillow, the marriage had went badly. We met in NA, and baby, I don't care if y'all believe in how we get there or not, man. I got my own beliefs, and I'm gonna try not to share them in here. And can't tell that by yesterday's video. But what I'm trying to get to is sharing. We live in a world that's not what everybody believes, and to speak about spirituality or to speak about the unseen, it's kind of taboo, man. You can't share about your spiritual life or an unseen world. Or you're a conspiracy theorist, you're a nut, you're a fruitcake, and it's the way we've been conditioned to believe, man. When I believe spirit is everything, I think we're all connected, and I think if there's a blade of grass right here, blade of grass, son. I'm connected to every blade of grass out there. It's almost like Avatar, the movie Avatar. That's the way. Every spirit is everything. Consciousness is everything. It's in everything. Even, I say it in this dog all the time, man. This dog right here, he has an intuition, a knowing that is just uncanny sometimes, man. He surprises me at the things that he knows. I trust him. If he alerts or throws his nose up in the air or holds his tail the right way, man, I am paying attention, because this dog knows. He be knowing. He be seeing things I don't be seeing. He be smelling things I don't be smelling. I'll be trusting him. So, the demon. So, I had met her in NA and things, but man, it was just a freaking train wreck of a marriage. I don't know, I do still try to talk to her to this day. All my exes I try to talk to, man, because if I was in love with you, it means I'll always love you. So, she's not doing so well now. But when the marriage went down, I ended up going to a rehab because I just needed help figuring out what I was doing wrong in life. And boy, I had a lot of years to work on that. On me. I'll share some of that with y'all later. We're doing unseen world. So I entered into a second phase, which was a battlefield of the mind, or spiritual warfare, and that's where all the battles at. It's in our mind, overcoming fears. And for me, I don't know how it is for y'all, but for me, right here between these two things right here is where I always start beating myself at. I start defeating myself right there. Always starts with a thought. If I can take captive those vain thoughts and put them under the blood, then I got a good day going in. But anyway, I'd entered in the second phase, and it was probably the best phase of the whole program. It was a year-long program. It wasn't easy, man. I had to get up at 4:30 every morning and walk way over a hill, man, to a chow hall. It was just, and he was in there with 270 other dudes, and you walked over that hill, whether it was rain, sleet, snow, monsoon, 32 degrees, you walked over that hill to get your breakfast. And then you had chores to do, of course. Then very, very, very rigorous program. And that's what I needed. I needed that structure in my life. So it was good for the time. I wouldn't go back. You couldn't pay me to go back now. I need a little less structure in my life right now. Not between the ears, but, as far as institutions go. So let me be clear there. The structure that it formed in my heart and in my mind was invaluable. I would go back for that. But I just entered in the second phase, man, and started learning the tools that I needed to battle the mind. And I had hit my knees on that altar so many times, boy, just crying and begging out to God, man. And I started feeling good. I was getting over the divorce. Papers were signed. I didn't want to turn loose of her, but I'm not going to hold her up, man. If she sent divorce papers to me in rehab, I offered for her to go to rehab with me because it was a co-ed. The women lived on one side of the mountain, we lived on the other. You rarely seen the women, but it could have saved her marriage, and that's what I was trying to do because I took a vow, and I believe in vows. Very, 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 very strong. I'm gonna set this thing down and blow my nose real quick. I want to talk to Bama for a second here, let Daddy blow his nose. There's Bama Woo Woo. So anyway, I can keep talking while I blow my nose if y'all don't mind. Y'all just gonna see Bama's face. Excuse me, I'm so sorry. But I live my life. Even on here, I'm not gonna call. I'm not gonna hide. I want to help. Somebody. Ain't nobody but this old dog and myself. But there's so much that we need to be sharing. We need knowledge out here. We need the truth out here. So I think I start thinking, I got this, man. I'm gonna be all right. I can do this. I can live life sober. I can get over this divorce, man. I put my feet down up under me. I can get a job, buy a home, all that mess I never wanted anyway, man. I was just lying to myself, but I didn't know that at the time. So I worked at the oil shop. I come in from the oil shop. We come in early on Wednesdays because you had to be at church on Wednesday night. We was the only ones that got off work early on Wednesdays. So what we'd do is we'd all race each other in to the shower, to the washing machine, because we had opportunity to get 270 dudes to get a hot shower, and B, access to a washing machine to wash your clothes. So the race was on every Wednesday. And then once you got your stuff in the washing machine, got your shower, bam, man, you have about 2 hours. You can catch up on just a little bit of sleep, man. Because when I say the morning started at 4:30, the days didn't end until about 10:30, 11 o'clock at night. And that's on the for real. Very rigorous program, very structured. So that was the race this day, man. Bam, I made it in there, boy. I was on top of my game that day. Got the clothes in the wash, got the shower, and my head hit that pillow, boy. Bing. And look, you got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. You got 6 dudes to a little old room, man. It's not, you got enough room for a little nightstand right there. All your clothes hang on one wall in sections, and yeah. So when you cut the light out anyway, it's a metal building. It's like a warehouse, and it's got separate rooms, hallways, bathrooms down at the end. Almost like it's the only thing that made it not prison was the separate rooms, and that was it. The rest of it was prison. So anyway, as soon as you cut the light out, man, the room was pitch dark. I mean, inky dark. I mean, it was, can't see your hand in front of your face, dark. And that's good on a Wednesday evening, we got off at 1, so church wasn't until 6:30, something like that. Anyway, so my head hits the pillow, man, and I am just dozing off to sleep, man. I mean, I am just getting into that y'all know the state. Nowadays, now that I'm 49 years old, I'm gonna be 50 next December. It doesn't take 2.2 seconds, and I'm into REM sleep. I close my eyes, and I am rimming. that didn't sound good. Bama, stop that. Stop it, Bama. So anyway, Bama gets blamed for a lot. That's not the truth of it. Anyways, I was just about to fall off to sleep, and I felt it. Not just felt it, but it was 5 fingers that right there, just like that, on the underside of my pillow. Scared the stew out of me, man. I mean, I jumped up, flipped that light on, and I wouldn't lay back down. And I didn't get no sleep that day. So how many experiences have I spared? Shadow Dude, the Channing figures, and that. I'm gonna do one more. This is oddballing. I'm gonna do one more, and I'm not gonna go Sabe, people. I'm gonna save the Sabe or the Sasquatch, the Bigfoot. I'm gonna save that story maybe for tomorrow or something, man. But the whole idea behind this is there's a channel on YouTube called How to Hunt Steve Isdall, and he says share my story, how to hunt. I got a lot of respect for the guy. He's very open, very honest, and all he does is collects emails from people. And I guess I need a way for y'all to email me, because that's kind of the idea. I'd like for y'all to share y'all experiences. And the more we get out there, the more patterns we see, the more truth we start reaching, and the better off we can be. And it, you know, I'm not trying to ride Steve's tailcoat. You know, I'm not trying to ride on him. Number one, I'm looking around and I don't see his coat out here. Number two, I respect what he does and what he says, and he kind of does it in a way that I can relate to, and that's take what you need from all this and just leave the rest. You know, if you ain't got to share, if you don't need any of it, by all means, don't listen to us. But if there's something in here, some patterns, let's get to some truth. And I want y'all to have a good day. God bless all y'all. I don't know all y'all, but by all means, if you feel like commenting, comment. You can tell me whatever you want to tell me. I've got pretty thick skin and hurt a lot. So if you want to be mean, be mean. If you want to be nice, hey, I always need encouragement. So I want to encourage y'all to have a good day today. Take time to maybe think about some people out here that's got a little less than we got. It's all across the world that's like that. But anyway, the last unseen thing that happened to me that was weird. And I don't know if this is like magnetism or I don't know how this happened, but this happened. I was standing in the kitchen one day. The floors were nothing but plywood. They didn't have no tile, linoleum, carpet, hardwood, nothing like that. It was just a subfloor. For those who does construction work, it was subflooring. And I can tell you the size of the metal ball that landed on the underside of the floor. And I know this is going to sound crazy, but this really happened. So the ball was about softball size, and I know it was metal. It had to be metal because it bounced like a metal ball would bounce. If you've ever dropped a bearing or something, you know the sound, you know the feeling. But there was absolutely no way, because it bounced on the bottom of my feet, on the bottom side of that floor, so it would have had to bounce from the earth, the ground, up to the bottom of that floor where my feet was. Softball size, metal. Yeah. Ding, 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 ding. Felt it in the of course, I was standing there barefooted. I was in the kitchen, cooking breakfast, I think it was. Yeah. So those are just 3 odd experiences, man. I've had a lot more encounters than that, and I will share them with y'all, and I'm not scared to share them. Not at all. I don't, what y'all think of me is you need to find yourselves a mirror and do some thinking on yourself. You think crazy of me, because we've all had some odd experiences. I know we have. You can deny it and live in fear if you want to, but just like me and Bama setting out for places unknown. Yeah. All right, well, that's it. Bama, you want to say anything to the good people? No, just a sleepy boy. Good morning, everybody. Oh, there he is. That woo dog. Oh, good morning. Give my daddy a kiss. Yes, he loves his morning kisses. Him the lover. Okay, all right, let's tell these people about God bless. Wish us well. We wish y'all well. And I'll share some more experiences tomorrow sometime. And cause I got a book full of them, man. I just have to remember them all. My memory ain't what it used to be. Have a good day. God bless. Thank y'all. Peace, love, and hair grease.